the fact Chris got started, then Daniel Menzel on the field too. His nerves would be absolutely peaking right now. I love the fact that you can just run out there, have a crack, get hit a few times, try and knock those nerves away, just play footy. Good luck to him.
Scharenberg, the Collingwood player, on Menzel, opening bounce. Friday Night Football, Vardy slaps it down, picked up by Adams on the way down, gave a hand pass. Towards half forward it goes. Menzel first touch. The second touch did well. Won a hard ball. Lang. Cockatoo's in trouble. Well, that's interesting. And he's penalised accordingly for all the interest.
How important for Daniel Menzel to get his hands on the football early.
Yeah,
2 touches already.
Absolutely home.
Sinclair game 50. Works the ball to the outer side. Blair just gives his man a bit of space. Side bottom. Just corralled for the moment. Hard to believe if things went wrong tonight. Maybe for the last time we see some of these famous cats on the MCG for the last time. So Scharenberg, one of the 3 changes. He comes in after a couple of weeks in the VFL. Side bottom, back to Fasolo. Gregson, he put the pressure on, not before Fasolo got the kick away. Harry Taylor out the back, got the ball away. Guthrie almost nutmeg. Lonigan, a couple of 13s run into each other. Well done, Adams. Now Greenwood, little one to Cripps. Swan takes his time, works it to a space. Man running onto it in the end. Just has it knocked away. It was Blair, and then Williams got hold of the football. He tries to work his way back onto the left, steadies. Short ball, not 15. Tackle was on Langdon. It was Stevie J who was in the right spot at the right time.
So Levi Greenwood has the job on Joel Selwood tonight. He did a really good job on Richmond captain Trent Cotchin last week.
Ball up. Third man up. Blixarves. Slaps it wide. Johnson at close quarters to Motlop along the boundary line. Brown worked in front, but edged past the football. Hawkins. Brown did well holding it.
Holding the ball, a legal disposal. Advantage.
Langdon. Reed. Quiet game last week. Brown. Now Greenwood. He's been going okay. Kicks towards the wing. Blair is out number 3 on 1. Missed the mark. Blixarves. Johnson. Well, he chose Kelly instead. Johnson was deeper. Now an opportunity forward for Selwood. Hot one. Kelly got boot to ball. Out of bounds on the full.
Well, both teams making a few mistakes, but it's because the pressure's high. Collingwood have no doubt got to focus. They want to pressure Geelong every time they get it. They've done that well all year. They let themselves down last week, but they've started well. They've forced a few of these errors early.
So Crisp, he is over-delivered on every front this year. Arrived as an unwanted line, has become such a valuable magpie. To a man who's been always valued. Dane Swan and Scharenberg just lowers his eyes to Pendlebury. Sweeps it over the top. Swan just cruises past in his own laconic way. Now to Varco. Misses target initially in Blair. He's going to try and mop up. Runs into a bit of trouble. Gets a low ball. In the end, Harry Taylor just left it behind. Side bottom picks up, steps inside, onto the left. Side bottom. Pies get the first on Friday Night Football. Left or right for Still side bottom. It really matters. He is a beautifully balanced player, and he got a little bit of an opening. That's all he needed. First score for Collingwood. It is a major, and it's a fast start for Collingwood.
And there's a nice touch there, Langdon, and Scharenberg shaking Menzel's hands. Like to see that, Lingy, before a game. They obviously know what he's been through. They know what it's like to carry injuries. Really nice touch.
Only the second time since round 10 the Magpies have got the opening goal. Here's Crisp out of the middle. Kicks a tumbling ball inside the forward 50. Back goes Moore. Moore very agile, breaks away. Back-to-back goals for the Magpies. He's a promising young player. I mentioned his agility before. Can take a mark, comes strongly on the lead, and contests hard as well. All the ingredients a coach loves. And now suddenly the margin is 12 points. So Geelong, who must win tonight, early in arrears.
This is the start Collingwood wanted. Darcy Moore there just led Harry Taylor under the ball. Nice subtle little nudge. Followed up well. Great second effort. He loved it. Big moment for him early on in this game.
Well, very different from The first time they met this year, Collingwood had 2 goals to half-time. Geelong led 11 goals to 2. First 2 goals of the evening go the way of the Magpies. Hughes wanted Motlop. Motlop ran into trouble and finds himself underneath a rampaging De Goey.
Already the Cats just giving handballs, Lingy, to players that are flat-footed. That's not the Geelong that we know. They like to handball through the corridor, but not to players under as much pressure as they are.
So the Pies bludgeoned and bruised last weekend. Early going looks okay. Pendlebury to Reid, missed his target. 3 catch at the fall of the ball. Vardy returned last weekend, found Selwood. He goes through the middle of the blitzers, back to Vardy. Now the long ball looks as though it is on. It is going all the way to Menzel territory. What a start this would be. So Menzel was chosen, and Menzel can go and get one that he would love just to settle things down. It has been so long. What a way to start.
There's the Menzel family there, loving that mark. Fingers crossed he goes back and kicks it. That's why everybody loves him so much, so excited, because he's very good in the air, plays tall, dangerous on the ground. Hope he kicks it too.
4 Ricos, hasn't played for 1,449 days at this level. A miss to the left, but he's seen enough of the football already just to settle himself down.
He already had the 3 touches. It's been a great start by him. What I loved about that mark, Lingy, he read that before Langdon. He read that through the air and was able to jump, meet it at his highest point. I think that's a good start by him.
And he got it from Vardy. 2 men who know all about missing a lot of footy. Pendlebury kicks it up towards the wing, and Grundy will get a free kick. Grundy, right half back, plays on, drives it just beyond the wing. Fasolo's in front, cleared him. Mackie tidies up behind. Thurlow sells a teammate into trouble. Bartel did well on his knees, the veteran. Lonigan, Enright, not 15. Kelly, sweeping hand pass across to Buse. Buse, a short one to Selwood. Selwood drives it down towards half forward. Brown favoured by the kick, gets across. Menzel has been terrific in the opening term. Forget about the injury. His form regardless, quite outstanding. Special individual. He's got this just outside the 50. He'll kick from inside. 5 metres in from the boundary. What a comeback. But Collingwood lead by 11 points. Told to play on. Centres this ball. Langdon should mark, hands to it, couldn't hang on. Sinclair, Pendlebury across the front of goal, and Adams takes the mark right on the goal line.
It's easy to say 207 weeks since his last game. But Daniel Menzel, as the turnover comes, and Blitzarves might just, well, he thought about setting the ball alight, works it back to Jackson Thurlow, right on his measure, long ball to the goal square. Menzel again. The right spot was Reid. But amongst all the updates and snippets of information we've had along the way through the recovery, Daniel has been living day by day in misery all amongst himself. So wonderful to see him back tonight. Finally, game 22 is here.
Reid to Blair, to Elliott. Wanted to go back to Blair, but missed him. Kelly, Motlop hooks it down towards half forward. Pendlebury at the back. Gets the foot, he always finds it. Adams, Elliott. Blair, tight situation a couple of times, dances out of it, and then the presence of mind to go back and find Brown. Brown to Reid. Reid about 15 metres out from the defensive goal to Elliott outside the 50. The Magpies looking sharpest at the moment. Towards the wing, Greenwood will need to go, well, sort of. He tried to get rid of Kolajasny there, and the ball through the fingertips of Sidebottom. It goes out.
Pendlebury's had 6 touches already, and he started each centre bounce on the half-back line, so he's playing backwards of centre tonight, Pendlebury.
Grundy, all on his lonesome, couldn't quite boot the ball as he would have liked. Selwood runs into a bit of trouble. Ball spills out. Adams couldn't find a Magpie. Kelly on return to half forward. There's Hawkins over the top. He wanted to run in cockatoo, won't find him. Marley Williams ends up with a football. Couple of catch at the fall of the ball. Kelly tried to knock it to Motlop, all a bit too cute by half. Then Guthrie just works his way through Adams. Kolajasny was good at ground level. Back to Selwood it goes. Now to Blitzarves, happy to retreat. And now Blitzarves on his left. Wonderful movement to Mackie over the top. Kick. Well, it wasn't on in the end. Langdon read it well and had a kick to him.
Not a bad kick then by Blitzarves on his left under pressure.
It's a beauty.
For a bloke who hasn't played a hell of a lot of footy.
It was the decision to kick it there too. Made it quickly and executed it perfectly.
Williams Got it from side bottom in the back pocket. Told to go. Take something off this kick. Up comes Swan. Had a fine season, Swan. He's at right half back. Thought about the corridor. Take something off this kick. Well weighted. Blair getting in behind Guthrie. Jared Blair to half forward. Well, surrounded. They had him in a triangulation, but they never had him. Greenwood takes the mark. Can he do the distance? He thinks not. Well, no one goes with Moore. Bounced off his chest. Moore goes after it. Gets a hand pass across to Elliott. Elliott bounces one to Fasolo. Kelly goes in. He's met strongly by Moore. Thurlow did okay. Mackie scrambles it out. Good mark taken by Lonergan.
Well, Geelong dodged one there because Moore had got free, completely free. Slack marking inside forward 50. Spilt one. James Kelly spills one now. It's contagious.
Been a lot of errors from both teams. Turning it over, another one there. Out of bounds, so a few nerves right now for both sides. And you see there, Darcy Moore, he won't ever drop one that easy again, you wouldn't think. And James Kelly as well. So even the most experienced can drop them sometimes.
Tackle Geelong. Mark boots ups. Hold there, Darcy. Clown.
So the teenager, Darcy Moore, giving away the free kick. Bartel works Guthrie into the play, and then to half forward he goes. Walker with the strength. In the end, Matt Marshall's langed in one hand, did a beautiful job of it. Well, there's Hawkins between a couple of pies. Pendlebury waited.
High tackle, Collingwood.
Well, Brown went for the ball, was impeded. Free kick either way. So Brown on return after copping Luke Parker high at the SCG.
Jones, hold there.
Had a week watching on. Elliott for Solo. Thurlow closes in the end for Solo. Did it easy enough. Nothing was doing further ahead. Happy just to hold things up for the moment.
Now he's at left half back. Short one to Blair. He's been busy.
Mark, back a metre. Thank you.
Blair between the lines, half back and centre wing.
Hold there. Put it on now.
Taking a long time. Just jabs it forward. Grundy barely to 15. Play on's the call. So Grundy unloads a high ball. White edged underneath it. White did okay. Got back as the spoiler. Back heel if you don't mind. Nifty. Enright, Kolajasny knocked on by Bartel. Thurlow slips a hand pass away. Gregson bounces off Pendlebury. No easy feet. Coming through Motlop. Wonderful stuff. Vardy over the top. Now Menzel again. Right on the 50. Can he kick a goal this time? You bet he can. What a fairy tale. What a fairy tale. And Kathy has lived through it all. Well done to her too.
Oh, what about that? What a special moment for that man, Daniel Menzel, for his teammates. Gee, it was a goal of absolute class too, Duck. Great play by Stevie Motlop to break the game open. Handball over the top, and then from 50, near the boundary, that is a brilliant goal. And it was Nathan Vardy who got to him first to give him the big hug. He knows what he's been through. He knows the dark times, knows the hard work that he's put in. And Scotty loves it as well. Great stuff.
More importantly, the Cats needed that goal because this first quarter, the Pies, they've been on top. There's been a lot of skill errors, so well done.
Well done to Daniel Menzel. Well done to the brothers. Well done to Kathy. Well, not just months of rehab, but years of rehab, fighting the doubting voice in his head who can be so persistent and convincing, but he has beaten him simply by being here tonight. Daniel has won. He's
that's okay.
Back under the bright lights of the MCG.
And Lingy looks like he reads the play very, very quickly. Like he gets out into space and reads it quicker than a lot of other players, I reckon.
Yeah, Richo, you're right. He's a true footballer. He's got that footy brain, quick, early decision maker. Ducks made a good point, though. Now that that's happened, and that was a beautiful moment, Geelong have got to settle and start playing some really good footy. This game means everything to them.
Pendlebury inside the centre square. Lord's half forward. Barker comes strongly. Dual premiership player with the Cats. Sends it long down towards the kick-off line. For Solo at the back. Hands to it, couldn't hang on. Side bottom, a lot of the footy. Got boot to ball. Quick thinking, and Adams splits the middle. Good player, Taylor Adams. Very good player. Side bottom, Steele side bottom. One of the best players going around, certainly in this Collingwood team. And And something they couldn't do in recent weeks was kick a goal. Very wayward against Sydney, and last week, early in the game in particular, when they really counted, they couldn't find it either. So they've started with some sharp shooting tonight.
I tell you what, Steele Sidebottom, he's an absolute star. He thinks quickly. You talk about a true footballer. What about this?
Yeah.
Just clever enough to get a foot to that. He's a star, Steele Sidebottom.
So back into the middle, Vardy on return last week. It was terrific, kicked a couple of goals. Menzel on return tonight. He's already got one. To go to half forward, crashing the ball was Swan. Picking up was Chris. Bartel had him a long time, but didn't have the football.
No, he didn't take possession. Play on.
So Sinclair gets the ball away. Who's the right spot? Out the back was a flying White. Couldn't quite control the football. Side bottom. It's time to Maynard onto the left. Low ball in the end. Selwood reads it well. Defies the umpire. Takes the mark.
Well, it was almost over the umpire, Hammer. Just a little bit of a nudge and made sure he took it.
Collingwood have certainly been the better team in the opening 10 or 15 minutes. A bit sharper out of the contest. Skills have been good. Cats just need to settle a bit now, get the game back onto their terms. Collingwood playing some really good footy.
So Geelong trying to stay in the finals hunt. The Pies playing for pride and to give their fans some hope. And Bucks coaching with a view on 2016. Marley Williams, he's been outstanding this year, to side bottom. Quickly by hand, onto the boot it goes. Blair couldn't control it. White has it knocked in his direction. Back to Pendlebury. Normally uses it perfectly. Goes searching and finds a man that he's combined with many times over the journey.
Tom Lonergan saw there. That is courageous for a bloke with one kidney. He doesn't even think about it. He just goes. Look at this for reading the ball in the air by Dane Swan. As that kick came in, just read it quicker than Jackson Thurlow. That's why he took that mark, and he's got this shot at goal.
Well, Thurlow just didn't read it, did he?
So Dane Swan, he's been kicking goals in recent weeks, getting a lot of the football. He ambles in, and he's got another. The Pies have got 4 straight on a Friday night at the G. They lead by 17. He's a remarkable footballer. He's been doubted throughout his career. He's been written about, many of them just theories. He's not perfectly understood, but he's a man that feasts on the football. And in his 13th year, he has not got tired. In the last month, he's been remarkable. 33, 36, 41, 39, 28 last week. And he's had a little of it early already tonight. He gets a major to get the Pies their 4th.
Bit of a worry, Doug. So far this year, the first quarter have been Geelong's best.
Well, not
Collingwood,
tonight.
yeah, Collingwood not so much, and Collingwood well and truly on top at the moment.
Yep.
Grundy on the way down, first hand to it, clever by De Goey. Greenwood went looking for Crisp. Lang,
Come on, held to him.
quick whistle from the umpire. So Dane Swan, still only 31. He looks a lot older, dare I say that.
He's playing almost full forward tonight too, Swan. He's been inside 50 most of the game so far.
I reckon I look better at 31 than he does. 24 plays 7, about 7 minutes out from quarter time, but what a beauty he's been. Brownlow medalist. Selwood left the ball behind. Greenwood been handy so far. So too Blair tried to feed it out. Selwood bounces off Barco. De Goey was waiting.
Hold the ball.
Oh.
Collingwood.
And the umpire
Straight up there.
has pinged him, so a free kick to a very promising young player, De Goey.
Tackle pressure's been great by the Pies. 14-7 tackles so far, and they've been dominating them in possessions as well. Geelong have got to wrestle that back. They've got to get back in control of this. They don't want to get too far behind.
Only taken the 8 marks too, Lingy. So just not controlling the footy at all.
Play on.
So Dane Swan kicked the last goal for the Pies, gets them in scoring territory again, but there's that man that's been doing exactly that for the Cats for so long. Combining with this man, Mackie, just fires it back to Collar-Jasning. So impressive this year for Geelong, a part of the future. Hawkins has it knocked away. Chance for Johnson. Missed it. The slap from Selwood was good. Johnson gets hold of the football momentarily. Hawkins terrific. Now to Mackie. Driving ball forward. Walker has to wait. Shields his eyes from the lights. 2 Pies go up. 1 lose their feet. Maynard keeps his. Easy pickings. Mops up. Last line. Over the top he goes. And the Pies are away again from lefty to lefty.
Crisp at half back. My wife has texted.
Ben Reid down. He's another player that hasn't had too much luck with injury. It says before the game, just needs to play these last 2 games and have a really good pre-season, Reid.
Can you take this home? I think it says you're kidding. I think I was about the Swan remark. There's Barco out of the back pocket, up towards the wing. Grundy missed it.
Collingwood,
A free kick, though. He started well, too. Most of their players have. Real appetite for things. Goes down towards half forward. Swan won't get to this one. Mackey marks on his chest. Goes back inside the defensive 50. Geelong needing to be very careful already in this one. 24 plays 7. Under 5 minutes to quarter time. It could have been worse. There's Enright. What a player he's been. Cross half back. Not much on offer. Selwood. How many possessions for him? Just the 5, and it's in the midfield that Collingwood have dominated. Pendlebury in that pack again, knocking it away. Crisp got it from Elliott to Adams. Adams, a short one inside the centre square. Barco finds himself in space. They stay off him. Swan comes at it, in behind for Solo. Had it, missed it. Now a chance for Guthrie. Flicks it out. Motlop. Mackey, but they're under pressure again. Courage by James Kelly coming back that time.
To Lonergan quickly under pressure. Motlop, well, he's not even going to get a chance to get the football. Grundy came crashing in. Terrific to side bottom, and the side bottom again finds his man, this time Crisp. He goes looking for a man with tats too, and that is Billy Elliott. And again, the Pies movement terrific.
Very good again. Pressure good. Plays on now.
Jesse White on the end of this. So White, the late inclusion, can open his account early.
Their precision kicking has been spot on so far, Collingwood, but it was that handball again that you're talking about, Duck, that just led here. That one there just looped it over. Collingwood were able to pick it off, and then really good ball use going inside forward 50. Strong by Grundy to keep his feet.
Well, White tries to bring it back. The crowd gets excited. White's excited. He's got his first. So after a month in the VFL, he returns. He didn't think he'd be returning. Trav Cloak the laid out, and Jesse White perhaps playing for his future. So much youth in this Collingwood side. Nathan Buckley said during the week he's bullish about the Pies' future. Is Jesse White a part of it? Well, if he's not, he can make a very good case for being a part of it in the next couple of weeks, and it starts tonight. Pies by 23.
Well, you're right, Hammer. That's a lovely kick. He's known, he's a great athlete. He shows glimpses. He's nearly plays big games. He's got to play a full game. You're so right. It's big couple of weeks for him and his future.
Moore taps it down. Adams again. Quick kick towards half forward. Acceleration came from Elliott. Hacks it. Knocked forward. Well played by Blair. Kolajasny runs into the waiting arms at side bottom, who takes him down. And we'll have a ball up. So Collingwood certainly playing with a lot of freedom at the moment. Something that the Geelong players would be envying, I think.
And 4 zip centre clearances, so they're certainly getting first use of it.
Adams again winning some hard ball. Barco punishes his old team. Oh, it's slipping away. Travis Barco, possibly his best season, his most consistent season, certainly his most vigorous season. He's played some wonderful football. I've seen a fair bit of Collingwood this year, and he should be proud of what he's accomplished since changing clubs. 36 plays 7, 3 minutes to get a quarter time. Cats need the next goal.
Coming in here, guys.
We saw that collision there with Grundy and Steve Motlop a couple of minutes ago. After that goal, he came from the ground, and he's just got a little bit of an issue with his right shoulder there, right on the AC joint. The doc, Chris Bradshaw, went over and had a word to him. They're not icing it up or anything. I think he's going to be okay.
Well, 23 minutes in, and it's getting late early for Geelong. 6 goals to 1. The margin's 29. The Cats must win if they're going to play finals football. Blitzarves, tackled by Swan, high perhaps.
Holding the ball.
Holding the ball, the call.
Collingwood.
Brilliant pressure again from the old champ, Dane Swan. Collingwood all over them. Geelong just need to get back in control of this, as you said, Haim. This could get out of hand so far that might be too far to come back. Collingwood have been excellent.
Gets close to the 50-metre arc. Happy just to put it into dangerous territory. Moore, all 2 metres of him flies, but it's knocked away pretty easily. Easy kill. margin out to 5 goals.
Thurlow, well, they're just not in it at the moment. Short to Lang on the bounce. Bartel, Mackie off the side of the boot. Walker's outnumbered, but good hands. That was a good grab.
Nathan!
The defensive side of the wing, just over 2 minutes remaining. In fact, under it now. Walker looking down towards half forward. Need to get a wriggle on. A high one from behind Menzel. Knocked down in front there by Reid. Bartel only as far as Langdon. Scharenberg gives it across to Maynard. Precision coming out. Swan gives it to De Goey. Back towards Swan. Ample time to give it to Crisp. Away on his left peg. Nice looking pass for Solo. Oh, this is a different Collingwood to the one I saw last Saturday. It was the same team Nathan Buckley watched too.
Well, all credit must go to Collingwood. They're playing some great footy, Lingy, but I don't think I've ever seen Geelong play this bad. Certainly in the last decade. This is the worst quarter of footy that I've seen them.
Look overawed, don't they? 7 goals last week for the entire game, and they've got 7 now. How's this for a start? Alex Fasolo. He's got a good pair of hands. Hardly touched the ball last week. That was a good grab and a confident kick. And that forward line, which was so chaotic last week and so ineffective, is suddenly really doing a job tonight. So the Cats are down by 36. It's not even quarter time at the MCG.
What's your line on the straight bounce? Just watch your... Yeah, just watch it. Straight out.
Duck, I'll tell you why this is the worst quarter of footy you've seen from Geelong. Because of rubbish like this, front and square, watch 2-3 players all get past the contest. They're just hoping, then they're out of play, and they stay forward of the contest. They don't get back and help. The ball gets transferred down the ground. Collingwood have another shot at goal. They're playing great footy, Collingwood, but gee, Geelong are playing some pretty ordinary footy at the moment.
Geelong, free kick.
Well, last week was a low watermark under Bucks. He isn't used to such failures. Very different football club tonight. 7-1 to 1-1 at quarter time in round 6. The Cats was 7-1 to the Pies 1-3. Almost a direct reversal. So Blitzarves searches, cockatoo flies, not quite. Stevie Johnson, what can he conjure? Well, nothing doing. Langdon, brilliant. Hasn't missed a game this year. Hardly missed a beat since he debuted, the youngster. Moves it on. Dangerous football. 2 Cats and just 1 Crisp. In the end, Kelly will have an opportunity late to get the Cats second. Too far out, Lingy, for James?
Probably a little bit for Cal. He looks to pass off. Yep.
Has to find a target. It might amount to nothing. Time against the Cats now. Perhaps just time for the Pies. Well, it'll drift away the first quarter, but they'll be so pleased with what they've produced. It is an enormous lead. It's a big deficit. The Cats are playing for everything. The Pies are playing for pride. 7-1 to 1-1. The Pies by 6 goals at quarter time on Friday Night Football.
How it feels to be out injured. That was just the story. He didn't look out of place. He looked like he picked up the pace of the game beautifully. He reads the play well. Let's hope that he can continue it into this second quarter. Steve Motlop was really sore too at quarter time. He got a knock on his knee in that first quarter.
Away we go, second quarter. Blitzarves knocks it down. Selwood taking the ground. Blitzarves gets it. It's going to be a ball up, is it? I think so.
Amazingly, Daniel Menzel's got Geelong's entire score at the moment. Get it to him more, I reckon.
Side bottom, half smothered. Ricochets down towards half forward. Moore taken down. That's holding it. It rolls away from him.
Advantage taken.
Bartel flicks it across to Johnson. Some great names there. Missed towards half forward by Greenwood. Menzel once more. Nicely done. Selwood is back to goal. Now Motlop taken down.
Collingwood.
Coming back to Collingwood.
Yep.
This deficit is the biggest during the tenure of Chris Scott. 36 points at quarter time, the biggest quarter time deficit that he's coached. There's Reid, left half back for the Magpies.
He's in unfamiliar territory, Den, isn't he? Never missed a finals berth. Lose tonight, and they're Gonski.
Yes.
2015 done. Collingwood by 6 goals. What do you see, Lingy, when you look out at the Cats outfit? They look slow to you?
Well, when you're not winning the ball in the contest, you're not winning the clearances, especially the centre clearances, you do look slow. I've loved the move of Scotty Pendlebury to that half-back line. He's just been racking up possessions galore. That's number 12 for him there. But Geelong have they haven't looked like they've been able to get the ball back off Collingwood. Collingwood's kicking's been very good, precision kicking. They've got to defend better, win the contest, then they can start building into this game home.
Guthrie, terrific. Found Darcy Lang. Over the top he goes to Gregson. A couple of the youngsters combining for the Cats. Mackey threads it through. Bartel over the top. There's a couple of them there. This should work out okay. Menzel for a second. What a fairy tale start. Daniel Menzel, welcome back to football. The Cats have got 2 goals, 1 for the evening. Daniel has 2 goals, 1 for the evening.
Well, we know where he's been. He's been recovering from 4 knee reconstructions. Can you believe this, Lingy? What a start. I mean, he's a star. And what I love, he doesn't look out of place at all. It's just been so long, had the confidence to spin on a 20-cent piece and just go bang from 45.
That is so difficult to do. Yep. From 45, as you said, 1 or 2 steps with some pressure coming at you on the MCG. And he makes it look like he hasn't missed a beat. That is brilliant footy. I need a few more of them, though.
Margin 30 points. We're back in the middle. Bounce slightly over the head of Grundy. Umpire not happy with the bounce. Off the ground by Selwood. Runs it down towards half forward. Side bottom, been everywhere. Finds a way through. Crisp. Timed the release perfectly. Blair gets an unkind bounce. Crisp came again, though. Tracks it down towards half forward. Cockatoo's taken him high. Play on's the call. Mackey didn't have the football. Then Mackey could have been taken high. Bartel, Kelly. Hurried kick towards the wing. Sliding in Johnson. Being quiet by his lofty standards. Goes with the outside of the boot. Lunging at it, Vardy. Over the top, Reid. Vardy gets a hand pass away. Blick serves. Tackled by Williams.
Throw. Collingwood. Marley Williams.
Williams gets the free.
Williams. Now.
Meanwhile, every Adelaide Crows supporter and fan around the world is excited by what they're seeing. Adams, well done. Suddenly Dane Swan just sort of ambles to half foot, quickly just fires it inside. Well, Greenwood was slow, got rid of it in the end. Chance for Varco. Varco bullets it back inside. Here's Billy Elliott, and the Pies have got 8. 3 minutes into the second term, and the Pies have got 8. 8-1, 49. Geelong 2-1, 13. Back out to 36 points. A series of quick-fire handballs. Dane Swan and Travis Varco involved in all of that, and Billy Elliott, he's happy to finish. It was a quick and easy kill for him in the end. And it's back out to 6 goals.
Well, there's the live ladder. And as you said, that's the Cats gone for the year.
Yep.
Arms up with the footy.
Sitting in 9th position, and as you said, Hammer, Adelaide would be very happy with how things are going right now.
Grundy, Selwood taken high, plays on. Bartel out of the centre square, probing kick. Menzel goes back, tracks it towards the boundary, running out of space, pulls it back on the bounce. Killjoy, Langdon gets back and pushes it across for a behind. It's been good, Langdon. Pendlebury. So busy in the opening term, 11 possessions, runs the boundary, kicks short of the wing, juggled out there by Greenwood. It's been lively too. The on ball is just dominating the game for the Magpies. De Goey, another one of them.
Collingwood have, sorry, Dennis, Collingwood have nearly taken 50 marks already. That would suggest that Geelong are just not putting enough time in tonight. To allow a team this many marks this early into the game is unheard of.
Darcy Moore, strong mark for Solo, long kick. Varco is lurking down there. Johnson missed the footy. Kelly backhands it to Johnson.
Now to Darcy Lang. He hasn't got anything further afield. He's just got a mate running past in Kelly. He's given the ball back to Sinclair, and everything is falling apart for Geelong. Over the top, the Pies, tall timber. Here's a chance for Darcy Moore, the youngster, looking for the Pies' 9th.
Lingy, you're down there. To me, they look almost disinterested, the Cats, and they do look slow. And I know when you haven't got the footy, you can, but the effort, only 12 tackles. and they haven't got the footy in their hands.
Well, exactly right, Duck. You can't argue with any of that. Collingwood, on the other hand, defending well, pressuring well, and using the ball beautifully and setting up another shot at goal.
Arrived with so much hype, he's starting to deliver on it. The son of a gun, he's got 2. And things are suddenly slipping away from Geelong. 6 minutes into the second term, and they trail by 41 points. Darcy Moore, he's got a couple of goals next to his name. And Geelong, with so much to play for, look as though they are disinterested. It's obviously not the case, but that is how it appears right now at the Melbourne Cricket Ground. And Collingwood, who got belted here last week, looks like they're keen to play finals.
Yeah, really nice technique by Darcy Moore. They've gone inside 50 16 times now and kicked the 9 goals. Complete contrast to last week where they just couldn't manage to do that.
No, last week 7 goals from 58 inside 50s. Tonight 9 from 16. It's only 1 scoreboard. Those alternative scoreboards don't count. Coaches are full of it. Full of them, rather. They've got a ball up. Knocked down by Grundy, taken by Guthrie. Spills across to Goey, lunging at the football. Now Selwood down towards half forward. Langdon, wonderful judgment, aided by the kick. Comes out wide. Elliott feeling it just for the moment. Loops it over the top. Now he's a left footer, needs to be careful. Gets away a little too easily. Kick comes down towards half forward side bottom. Has been outstanding. Just goes back towards Williams. He's still a left footer. Well,
I think he might have learned. I reckon he listened to you then, Blitzarves Den. He got stepped around before, but that time used the boundary line as his friend. Trapped him on his right foot. Got the ball, the throw in.
Well, Grundy wins the battle of strength, knocks it down to Goey. Had it, lost it. Vardy became the rover. Then Grundy puts on the tackle.
On the ball, just let it go. Collingwood.
So well done, Brodie Grundy. He is starting to really emerge as a footballer. And the Cats right now on the ropes, on the back foot. And looking unlikely. The last few years, the footy world has doubted Geelong, but they've proved them wrong. Can they find something late? Round 22, the clock is ticking, and it's must-win stuff this afternoon. So it's right now looking like a tough evening. Cockatoo quickly to Thurlow. He was terrific. To Johnson, back to Thurlow, who's continued to run. There's a loose man on the outer side, kicked to the wrong side of Menzel. And suddenly it's Maynard again with the ball in the hands. Quickly through the middle he comes. Well, Chris was the man he wanted. Ball fell short. Johnson dropped it.
Geelong.
Well, he didn't drop it in the end. Benefit of the doubt to Stevie.
how good was Cockatoo on the outer side when he beat Pendlebury, if you don't mind. Some victories are better than others. Here he is again, as if on cue. He goes down towards the pocket. Maynard reaching over the top. Langdon being very steady. Maynard. It's a confident kick. Crisp. Intent on drawing a man. Now he kicks towards half forward. Precision to side bottom like a laser. Looks inside the forward 50. Running hard is Swan. Collision. Well, they all fell over. First to his feet was Blair, to Swan. Swan misses.
She's looked dangerous up there, Dane Swan, tonight. Joel Selwood being tagged by Levi Greenwood, getting frustrated, pushing and shoving. A lot of that going on. He's got to find a way to battle through, but good recovery here by the Collingwood players. We don't see it, but Dane Swan up, looking dangerous, very dangerous.
Mackey put under pressure, recovers well. Varco has the ball kicked in his direction. Quickly, Mackey picks up the loose ball, fires it back inside to Enright. He goes wide. Gregson under pressure from another youngster in Moore.
It's a good point you bring up, Lingy. How do you think he's handled the tag this year? He's clearly been tagged most of his career, but it seems he's been more frustrated this year with the tag.
Yeah, there's been those games where it's been really obvious, where the tag has got under his skin a bit. He needs to find a way to work through that. Other times he handles it quite well, as he's done throughout his career, but that frustration is building.
Crisp, dangerous ball, ends up in the square. Here's for Solo, almost. Well done, Buse. Did enough, minus score only. And Travis Cloak, if you've just joined us, the laid out, Jesse White the laid in. 9-3 now, Collingwood leading by 43.
Richo just brought it up before. The marks stat is incredible for this stage of the game. 57 marks to Collingwood. That's mark number 20 to the Cats.
Yeah.
That shows where both these teams are at. Collingwood dominating the footy, the Cats not so.
Williams gave it to Crisp, who delivers it room service under the chest of Fasolo, who's likely to kick it.
Just means you're giving him far too much space, though, doesn't it, Lingy? To have that many marks, I mean, they're on target to take 160, 170 marks in a game, and that does not happen very often.
Exactly right, Richard. And then on the flip side, the fact they've kept Geelong to just the 20 marks show they are completely committed to taking the ball off the Cats and defending as well as they can. It's been impressive by the Pies so far.
Remarkable figures there. Solo comes in and he misses. Well, conviction was a good word too there, Lingy, because Collingwood, real conviction, believing in what they're doing, and it's almost apologetic. The Geelong players, they don't seem to believe in anything they've done tonight.
Mackie, beautiful ball to Kolajasny. Now Walker, he's been set a task. Darcy Moore, well, terrific. The youngster flew back with a flight.
Free kick paid though.
Straight to him. Thank you, Mark's there. Time back on.
Unlucky. Good grab by Darcy Moore.
Dan referred to his agility earlier. He is so light on his feet. Wonderful leap. And he's starting to become what the Pies hoped he would. A lot of decisions for Geelong to make at the end of this year if they go meekly into the night tonight. Does it make things any easier looking forward?
Oh, those decisions aren't going to be easy, no, Hame, no matter what. But you hope it doesn't. The season doesn't end on a night like this where Collingwood dominating, but Guthrie been good so far. Give them a chance going forward.
Well, Menzel just caught out. Well done, Langdon. That's been a good battle.
He's doing well, Langdon. In the back pocket. Collingwood dominating. 58 plays 14 midway through the term. Kicks it up towards the wing. Guthrie surrenders front spot. Missed by Lonergan. White releases it. Greenwood comes away. Short one to Fasolo. Nobody inside the forward 50. Greenwood runs on. No sign of Selwood. Long kick down towards full forward. Leading back is Elliott deep in the pocket. Harry too good. Well done. Elliott fights again. But the ball spills out of bounds. He timed the tackle, or it was almost a tackle from Harry. Perfectly. And right now, Levi has taken Joel. That's Greenwood and Selwood out behind the woodshed.
Lonergan finds himself rucking this time against Jesse White. Selwood, rugged evening so far. Hawkins caught in a tough spot. Sinclair almost. Well, underneath all of that, the Pies win the footy. Greenwood, Brown, top of the square. Who's at home for Collingwood? Cockatoo had to do the brave thing. He did the brave thing. The Pies will come away with a football. Side bottom again. And suddenly this is so ugly at the MCG. Collingwood have 10. Well, again, plenty of Geelong players flying, not fishing the ball through. Cockatoo tried to take the mark. In the end, side bottom kept his feet. And he is a beautiful finisher. Things are starting to look like, well, just as Chris Scott was hoping they wouldn't by half-time. This could be all over by the long break. 50 points.
Well, Duck, you said he was a star before. That's what he does. He's a goal-kicking midfielder on the left foot. Beautiful crumbing there. Coming in from the side. Geelong players flying against each other. Spoiled each other as the ball will get recalled here. But Steele side bottom having a big game. 15 disposals, and he's kicked the 2 goals already. Absolute class footballer.
So the margin, 50 points. Grundy dominating on the ball. Motlop. Blixarves. Bartel knocked on by Motlop. Inadvertently kicked by Swan, who's grabbed by Kelly. He'll get a free kick.
Giants back here. Giants. That's it there. Thank you.
And Swan. Just killing them in the midfield. Short. De Goey. Goes all the way back to Reid. Reid looking down towards half forward. Searching lead comes from Fasolo. The energy to run. He's taken the mark. About 75, 80 metres from goal. Short. Back to Williams. The weak In fact, not even a week. It's a long time in footy. Langford, forward of the wing, kicks inside the forward 50. Harry Taylor takes the mark, plays on immediately. Lang need to take some risks here. Bartell, Johnson, Gregson storms past Johnson over the top to Hawkins. Might be his first possession tonight. A little indecision. Now he comes to Motlop, has to hesitate, pulls it back to Lang. Pendlebury was closing, not in time. Lang, Mackey, desperate for a goal. It won't be with this kick, might be the next one though. Walker plays on. Johnson snaps, and he's put it through. Margin back to 44. Stevie Johnson on the left foot that time.
Some hard running there by Cats players through the middle of the ground. They sniffed an open ground in front of them. They made the most of it. Collingwood was scrambling, but unable to get back and stop Stevie J kicking the Cats third.
Now, Lingy, he might have kicked the goal, but have a look at this. Stevie J has to shepherd there, and you see he does it a couple of times. He can come in, but at all times he's just running forward. Now, ends up kicking the goal, but I reckon Chris Scott would prefer Stevie J to lay that shepherd.
So Stevie J gets one the Cats sorely needed. He has been around for a long time in the hoops. How much longer is the question. Here go the Pies again. This time a chance for Adams. Did well, just knocked it forward. Buse, Kelly. And then it's the old stager. He buys some territory. Pies fans want deliberate. Oh, wow. Dane Swan in some sort of pain, you can see there. It'll be Richer who keeps us updated, but the Pies again get hold of the football. This time Blair was surprised he was even being given the football. Looked for Greenwood, couldn't find him. Bartell almost threw it to Guthrie.
There, Swanee looks really sore here. You can see the doc waving over the bench. He's in a fair bit of strife there, Swanee. He'll come off, but he looked in a lot of pain when he went down. It looked pretty nasty.
Well, Chris, we know, can kick the ball a long way. He'll hit it from just on 55. Low ball, top of the square. Big fly from Grundy out the back. Front spot was Vardy. Walker, normally doing his work at the other end of the ground, suddenly finds himself at fullback and finds Menzel.
Menzel has kicked 2 goals, their first 2 tonight. In fact, had their entire score at one stage, 2-1. They haven't progressed much beyond that. Lonergan goes to Blixarge, but the run is coming now. Some encouraging signs as Mackey goes down towards right half forward. Johnson, well, now gets himself into trouble, and that's a poor kick. And that's a feature of his game in recent times, just trying to do a little too much.
Yeah, you just think that one there needed to go to the top of the square. Let a player, a forward, work his opponent over one-on-one. Simple things have got to be done well. Good pressure by Josh Walker here, though, on Marley Williams.
Well, he finally buys a right boot. Wasn't quite as he would have liked. Menzel almost took it cleanly. Guthrie put the bump on. Vardy picked it up cleanly, did well, and then the man under pressure. Immediately, the Pies get hold of the football. Fasolo, back it comes to Blair. Guthrie, back to Fasolo, almost for Lang. Guthrie, he ferrets in underneath it all. Blair almost comes out with the football. Side bottom, brilliant to Fasolo. Off a foot.
Holding the man, Collingwood. Holding the man, Collingwood.
Bit going on behind the play between that pair too. Fasolo across the ground then. Scharenberg.
Neither one of those blokes will take a backward step then. No. Levi Greenwood's a tough customer. We know Joel Selwood certainly is.
There's Langdon running the outer side. There's a bounce. Will go long to Moore. He does. Moore in best position. Works in front almost the mark. Had it knocked away at the last moment. Well done, Kolajasny. Falling to the ground. Bartell. Vardy. Now Lonergan out of defence. Hangs a long time in the air. Langdon just not tall enough. Blixarves takes the mark.
And off he runs, back through the middle. The ball comes, though. Terrific kick to Hawkins, a fumble, time to recover. Wheels onto the right boot, driving ball forward. Well, no one at home, only Scharenberg. Well, he was in the right spot at the right time. Hawkins almost picked him out. So Scharenberg, one of the ins this evening for the Pies after a couple of weeks in the VFL, comes back for his third in the senior team. Sinclair in his 50th.
This is what they've done all night. Just controlled the footy at times. Geelong have only forced them long. A few times they do it on this occasion, and well played, well read by Stevie Johnson. They've controlled the footy well, the Pies, dominating the marks.
What a stunning start from Collingwood. And conversely, Geelong have looked pedestrian. 3 goals, 2 to 10-4. Margin is 44. Cockatoo, low ball through the middle. They work something here. Gregson over the top to Bartel. Back it comes to Mackie. They've combined over the journey. Now long ball to the top of the square. Blitzarves, Walker. Blitzarves front spot. Took him 3 attempts, but he can go back and try and kick the Cats fourth.
Well, here's Selwood and Greenwood. They've been at it all night. You see there just a little bit of frustration. Joel letting him know you might be tagging me, but I'm going to make it tough for you also.
That was an old school headlock.
Yeah.
The old schoolyard headlock.
You would have dished a few of those out, wouldn't you, Richo?
Yeah, I used to get Jake King in a few of those in training.
Cats fans have seen Mark kick 4 this year. They'd love a 5th. It won't be coming. And there's the Cats' night.
Well, this worm is just starting to turn a bit, though. Cats looking better in the last 5 minutes. They've got to really test Collingwood and see if Collingwood have got the stomach for it, because they've got nothing to play for. Kick comes out from Langdon, clears the pack, runs free at the back to Goey. Wonderful acceleration, short passes, too tall for Adams. Adams has been very good. Lonergan, Kelly, in trouble, Bartel. Missing a fair bit of it. Lonergan gets the arms free, taken down, dragged it back in. And the umpire saw what the Cat dragged in. So the free kick goes to Greenwood. Down towards right half forward.
Well, kick terrific to Crisp, who's right on his measure again. Who's leading forward of the ball? No one at the moment. Someone drifts in from outside 50. Well, here's a chance. Maynard read it well. Couple of fumbles. He ends up with a football. Can you believe it? Collingwood have 11, and it's not yet half-time. Well, the Cats are being dragged to the edge, and Patrick Dangerfield's family, perhaps extended or just fans, are loving what they're seeing. The Crows, their scenario almost as delicate as Geelong's. Geelong's is a win-win, and hope the Crows lose to the Eagles on Sunday. That becomes irrelevant if the Pies do the job on Geelong tonight.
Well, Dane Swan has just come back onto the ground. He's had his right knee pretty heavily strapped. He's having a bit of a joke there with Alex Fasolo. So he's going to give it another go, Swanee, and I think he'll stay in the forward 50 for most of the night tonight.
Cockatoo. This is the target. Lonergan. Down towards half forward. Clears Williams and Bartel. Menzel behind, going at his 3rd goal. And didn't miss by much. What a comeback. And all of this carnage, he's been outstanding.
It's a bright, shining light, isn't it, Dan?
Yeah.
The dark half for the Cats. 2 goals, 2 to Dan Menzel. And as Duck said earlier, has not looked out of it at all. He's picked up the pace straight away.
Almost been their most lively.
Yep.
Williams to Maynard. Maynard, that was ambitious. Goes after it, got a hand to it, did okay. Thurlow to no one in particular. Langdon, Sinclair, now Pendlebury. Blair, deepest for Solo. Will it get there in time? Kelly is coming back on him. Must be a free kick to the Collingwood player. And Kelly's better than that. That wasn't a very good effort at all.
You know what I like, though, Dan? Fasolo's move to come forward at Kelly, just to make sure that step forward. It was clumsy by Kelly anyway, but made sure that the contact was made through the free kick. Very clever in the air by Fasolo, knowing that he had the perfect position And all he needed was the Kelly contact, and he was the certainty to get the free kick.
Tell you what, though, Linger, it was another error off half-back. Thurlow, a forward handball to catch players under pressure again. Turnover.
Pasolo going at his second goal. He's missed a couple. This one to the right, last one to the left. The good news is I think Swan is okay, but we'll find out shortly.
He just came back off the ground, Dennis, and was shaking his head a bit. He was only out there for about a minute, so that may suggest that Swanee thinks it's no good.
Oh.
So the Pies on the brink of breaking the Cats season and ending it on a Friday night at the G. Mackey has other thoughts. Works it back this time to Kolodjasny. Now to Kelly, who was undisciplined earlier. Gets the boos of the Magpies crowd to Lonergan. What a scoreline it's going to be at half-time. And it might be added to from a Collingwood perspective. They've got time and they've got the football. Scharenberg to half-forward. No one at home for Collingwood. Only Kolodjasny, who read it well, took it at full stretch.
That's it.
It's been hard to computate, Den, what we've seen in the first 40 minutes of football.
Yeah. Here's Blixarves. I said moments ago the worm was turning. Well, the worm obviously had other ideas. Bad case of cataplexy. Look that up. Hand pass comes across from Mackey, taken by Thurlow. De Goey, White. Here come Collingwood again. Adams has destroyed them. He's been wonderful. Goes looking for Blair, set him a task. Kolodjasny knocked it away. Strong tackle by De Goey. And that ball does not come out. Thurlow no chance to do anything with it. And that's bad news if he's hurt, because it takes a lot to stop him.
Still time for the Pies. Quick kick away. In the end, Corey Enright does what he's been doing for a long time. Last line. Over the top he goes. Darcy Lang, a fumble. The tackle was good. The ball in dispute. Blitzarves got hold of it, and then Guthrie goes low. Tumbling ball to the wing. In the end, it favours Hawkins and co. Chance for Menzel, so brilliant on return. Menzel, low ball, looks for a couple of catch, misses both of them. It splits Selwood and Gregson and ends up with Williams. Elliott waits a long time. Lonergan closes. Support in the form of Blair for Elliott. Back it comes to Reid. And now to Sidebottom, who's been lively all over the ground.
Sidebottom 16 possessions as the halftime siren sounds. What a remarkable scoreline. What a remarkable first half. Collingwood 11-5. The Cats 3-3, playing for their life. Well, it hasn't looked like it so far. Half-time Friday night football. Collingwood nothing to play for and playing their hearts out. Thanks, Sam. Birthday today, is it? Escaped me. Start of the second half, 71 players, 21. Collingwood on top by 50. And deserving of that lead. Grundy with the run. Blixarves did well. Slaps it forward. Off the ground by Lang inside the forward 50. Menzel, who's been a star tonight. One of their few. He came up to meet it. Blixarves again. Digs it out. Hurried kick inside the 50. They need an early goal. Menzel couldn't do much with it. Blixarves playing his heart out in that exchange. We get a ball up, and Adams feeling the worse for wear. 16 possessions in the first half.
Saw Jonathan Marsh on the ground. Dane Swan's been subbed out of the game, so that right knee obviously no good, and Marsh is in.
Thanks, Richo. Adams quickly to Langdon, cleverly over the top. Had a runner in Cripps. He went wide, missed his mark, ends up with Mackey, tries to knock it through legs to Selwood. Almost gets there in the end. Pendlebury picks up the football. Rare occasion, doesn't find his man. This time, Stevie Johnson, top of the square. Hawkins waits, so too Menzel.
Geelong.
Well, this is the start they're searching for. Now it's all on the big shoulders of Tom Hawkins.
Yeah, really good use of the body by Big Tomahawk. This is his strength. See there, just using the hands, but in the front, and definitely hold of the jumper there by Brown. So well picked up by the umpire. You're right, Hammer, this is the start. They needed the Cats. Just need to clean up their skills. None of those forward handballs to players under more pressure. Get it on. And that's what Stevie J did on that occasion. Just got it forward.
So Hawkins yet to score a goal or a behind tonight. A major is required. Splits the middle. Well done, Tom Hawkins. So the margin, well, it's big, but it is manageable. 44 points. Let's go back down to Richo. The latest on Dane Swan, Richo?
Yeah, well, as I said, he was subbed out of the game at halftime, and that's the incident there. That looked nasty. You can see being brought down in the tackle by Joel Selwood. His ankle went under, and then his knee was bent. That looks like it could be an medial ligament to me on the inside of his right knee. So very sore. Came off, had it strapped, went back onto the ground, only lasted a minute, and then was subbed out at halftime.
One would assume a long time to recover then. All summer. Grundy's been good. Blixarves also has been good, particularly the longer it's gone. Blixarves on the way down. They fought a draw. Blixarves at the second attempt, though. Selwood dives in after it. Flicks it out the back. Blixarves, good tackle on Adams. Coming through Enright. Cockatoo. Fell over. Did okay, though. Knew where the help was. Got it to Lang. Thurlow. Nice kick. Comes across to Selwood. Front end of the centre square. Bounces it down towards full forward. Chaos ball. And wouldn't you know it? Deserves some good fortune. Menzel at the back of the pack gets his third. This has been a revelation. One man has put up the best fight, and he hasn't played for a couple of seasons. Daniel Menzel has 3 goals. 3 of 5, the first 2.
Well, sometimes a bit of a chaos ball inside forward 50 can do wonders. Just bowled them all over. So that man, Dan Menzel, what a comeback game this is. 3 goals, 2 now he's kicked. And the Cats get the first 2 goals of this third quarter. And I suppose with an entire half still to go, if they can keep chipping away at it, get it to a manageable level at 3/4 time, they're a chance. But they're going to have to be very good to come back from this margin.
Only 22 games for Menzel. The 6th time he's kicked 3 goals. Here's Gregson. Here's a chance for the Cats. Menzel for 4. Won't happen.
I think the best part about Menzel's game tonight is that he's had 10 contested possessions out of his 16. That's the most of any player on the ground. So I think that's an outstanding achievement by him tonight.
He's missed the last 93 games for Geelong, and he is come to life on a Friday night. The Cats haven't shown too much. He's shown plenty. Pies at the moment in, well, complete control, but the last couple the way of Geelong. The next would make it interesting. Still so much time. The question is, what can the Cats find in the cupboard?
Guthrie, Motlop finds a way out. Well done, though, by Elliott. Stifled the hand pass, then knocks it forward. Enright, bit of a fumble close to the boundary line. Elliott kept coming. Fasolo off balance. Adams, geez, a hard worker. Ball up. So Menzel hasn't played in the AFL since the qualifying final against Hawthorn in 2011. Adams dances his way through. Taken down to Goey. Got boot to ball. In the opposite direction, Enright. He's claimed immediately. Gang tackle to the ground.
The other thing, Dan, with that is the 4 Ricos are only part of the story. There's been bone spurs and hamstring injuries and tendonitis, and after his 4th ACL tear, he punched a wall in fury and broke his hand.
6 knee operations. 4 of those, as you said, Haim, reconstructions.
Now, the 3rd of those was a Lars, wasn't it?
3rd of those was, yep.
Countless hours running lonely laps and lifting weights. And tonight is a win for the doctors and physios and teammates and mentors at the footy club too, and all his friends who have supported him. Well done. And congratulations on getting him back to this level. Can they win? That's the question. Brown tried to thump it away. Gregson didn't have the height. Neither did Williams. Helped him out. So the next, if it's Geelong's, makes it interesting. If it's Collingwood's, it makes it so difficult. Williams inside 50. White, Lonergan, White. to the top of the square. It'll bounce. Who does it favour? Indian Marsh has it knocked away.
Kolodjasny wasting no time. Oh, well, getting past the ball was Adams. Guthrie leads him back in the race. Crashing in there, Sinclair. Motlop close to the boundary. Adams, geez, had a good night. A real appetite. Tough hombre from GWS. He's always going to be a good player.
He has had a good night. 18 disposals. He's kicked the 1 goal. And as you said, Dan, in and under so many of those contests, he set up the Pies lead. Here they go again.
De Goey, Pendlebury just weaving his way through traffic. Low ball. Stays in for a while. Kolodjasny happy to keep it in. Over the top he goes. Lonergan, who's on the run. Mackie further afield. Gregson trails behind. Couple of Pies. Support will come from Maynard. Side bottom and Mackie. They'll fight one-on-one on the outer side. Back it comes. Lonergan over the top. Well, missed Buse. Fall of the ball. And then Maynard to Pendlebury. Inside 50. Well, almost Blair.
Geelong sub. Walker is out of the game and Murdoch is in. So they brought the pace in and taken the toll out.
Again, Blair, hopeful. Big pack forms. Murdoch just on the ground. Richo just mentioned him. Into the arms of Moore, the tacklers, Taylor and Lang. So Walker, top on, vest on.
Grundy in front. Backhands it down. Crisp back to goal. Varka with a chance here. No, miscues completely. Well, there you go. Don't see that too often. Marked his own kick. Crisp off balance. Now a chance for Menzel. Gregson on the burst. Hand passes to a contest. Well done by Johnson. Back to Gregson. Williams missed him. Fed it off. A little bit slow, Menzel. Holding the footy, his first blemish tonight. He missed one direct shot at goal, but that's really the only time the tempo has caught him out.
Well, you can just see once again, though, the cat-slingy, those forward handballs, that just putting teammates under pressure. I don't know why. If you've got a little bit of time and space, kick it long down the line.
Andrew, 1 minute, I think.
The niggle continues. Pendlebury through the middle to Greenwood. Well, the run is on from Blair. And now the lead start inside 50. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them at the moment. A few double back. Wide ball to side bottom. The neat compact kick again finds his man, this time for Solo. Low ball. White, the late in for Cloak. Lonergan impeded. So Jesse White. You can go back and have a look at his second.
Probably didn't have to do that, Lonergan, because Jesse White had already, I reckon, run under the footy. So definite free kick there. He's got to make the most of his opportunities, Jesse White. Needs to go back and either put this, well done. It was a little bit beyond him, so he had to put it to the top of the square or use it, and he did.
Collingwood's kicking, their field kicking tonight's been very good, hasn't it, Duncan? They've controlled it. Richo brought up the stat in the first half, their marks. They've now up to 86 marks. So some real precision kicking and always looking for that late little one inside 50, to get a mark inside 50, to get a teammate a better shot at goal. Well played by Jesse White then. Give Elliott a better chance.
He's been quiet since the bye, Billy Elliott. He's set it alight. He's kicked it a long way. That's perfect. He's drawn it back, and Collingwood have got a dozen. It's back out to 45 points, and suddenly it's in the very hard basket. Elliott, 32 coming in tonight. He's been accurate, but in the last couple of months, it has been slim pickings. After the bye, he kicked a couple, then was scoreless. One after that, missed a couple of games with the back. Hasn't kicked more than 2 in a match since then. So 7 since round 12 coming into tonight. He's got a couple.
You can see there Stevie J on Brown. Might have been a little bit of acting there, Lingy.
Got him high, but the contact didn't seem too bad. Fortunately, no 50-metre penalty paid against him. It was after the tackle from Trav Varco on Dan Menzel. They're just little things. You don't want to be giving away 50s now. Geelong need to make every post a winner, and that Elliott goal on the back of the wonderful first half they had makes it probably too hard for the Cats.
Lonergan down towards half forward. Lang, Kelly did okay. Guthrie, Murdoch the sub on the ground. Buse, searching kick inside the forward 50. Vardy. It's been pretty quiet tonight. Good return last week.
Nathan, that's your line.
He's directly in front.
Mark's here.
Just got
Distance won't be a problem.
Yeah, just got the mismatch, didn't he, Dennis? Langdon, who's been he's been pretty good tonight, but just far too big. Vardy got the front spot. It's just too hard.
Nathan Vardy played his first AFL game since the 2013 preliminary final last week. 14 possessions, 2 goals, 20 hit-outs. But that's not good. Out of bounds on the full.
Daniel, just here, mate.
Given what we've just seen from Stevie Johnson, and I know you're saying no problem, we might be seeing Stevie for the last time ever.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying no problem. They'll have a look at it because he gets him high. I think just he bounced up fairly quickly after an insufficient contact, I'm thinking. But there's no doubt the MRP will look at it, Hame.
A week against Christensen, so there's some hangover, but sad to think that a career might end on a Friday night so innocuously. There he is, Brown high. I can't see how he's not real strife.
Oh, just one of those silly little ones that doesn't really hurt anyone, but just undisciplined.
Yep.
252 games, 3 premierships, and Norm Smith. And maybe it ends right there.
Blixarves,
Just a
Bartel.
fine, mate. Just a fine.
Hope so.
Towards half forward. Oh, terrific mark, Maynard. Brown, well, he seems to be okay. There's Williams, he's been lively. Comes up towards the wing, side bottoms in front. Mackey emerges with the football. Taylor slips it away through the legs of Hawkins. Marsh goes in after the footy. Hawkins over it. Marsh hangs on, and we'll have a ball up. Trouble with those fines, a lot of these punches to the stomach and things that finish up as fines, they're provocative acts, and it's incumbent on the bloke who gets hit not to swing one in return. All a bit odd. Williams comes out. Pendlebury. Short one from Crisp, not good. The mark is taken by Kolajasny.
One of the debutants for the Cats this year. There's been 4 of them, 3 of them playing tonight. Kolajasny, one of them, playing his trade around the experienced ones. Here is one of those in Kelly. Low ball, chance for Thurlow. Runs to about 60, low ball, kick is no good. Over the top it falls, and Scharenberg, which works into the hands of Reid. Now the low ball from Maynard might come back again. Kelly quickly wants to play on. Lonergan off a step to about 35 from home. Guthrie in the long sleeves. This is a must-kick goal.
It certainly is. You reckon it'd be too far from here anyway, but if there's going to be any chance, he just has to go back and kick this. Been a real shining light of the Cats' year, Camp Guthrie. A year that at the moment looking like it's going to end disappointingly. He's had a terrific season, playing more through the midfield. Been very, very good.
3 straight a couple of weeks ago, 1 straight last week. This, not straight enough. Vardy, then Guthrie, and the season is slipping away.
Williams to himself, runs outside the square, and this one is out of bounds on the full. Well, that's a wasted effort. Enright. About 60 metres from goal. Short. Blixarves hangs on. What a season he's had, though. Quite a month looking back over the last 3 or 4 games, but generally a breakout season. Taylor to Lonergan. Kicks it down towards full forward. They'll meet at the football. Well, no meeting. Grundy with the judgment. Drifting back. Takes the mark just outside the goal square. Goes to the pocket. Maynard. Collingwood, 78. Geelong having to win 34. High ball to the outer side. Harry Taylor in that pack. Pendlebury camped in front. Now Moore.
Crisp over the top to space. Pendlebury side bottom. Discuss it. Pendlebury ends up with the football. Driving ball on the right boot. Don't often see it. For Solo, a fumble. Mackie closes. Handball further afield to Sinclair. Misses the mark. So Collingwood in control. Chris Scott with concerns. His 5th year. He's never seen a finals campaign without his side being involved. There's been an early exit or two, a couple of straight sets or one and gone, but it is so far looking like it'll be no action for the Cats. Elliott.
Oh.
Dangerous ball on the left. Dangerous man. Almost had it. Enright mops up, cleans up. Runs out of defence, nothing really doing. Works it back inside. Lonigan, Guthrie now over the top. Little ball is on. Bartel, what can they conjure, the Cats? The scoreboard is against him, so too time. And seemingly tonight they've come to play but not to perform. Hawkins rarely sighted tonight. Reid knocked out of the contest. The mark is paid.
And that's where some big improvement for Collingwood's going to come next year. 50 metres now against Tom Hawkins. More than likely for arguing. Ben Reid, if he has a full season, he adds so much to this Collingwood lineup. Plays back, plays forward, plays them both so well.
So Collingwood now at the front end of the centre square. Ben Reid looks inside the forward 50. Low trajectory kick. Behind the pack, a chance for Lonigan. Just ghosting through Pendlebury. Magnificent. Grundy gets the goal. Scott Pendlebury, a remarkable player. And the margin as it was at half-time, it's 50.
So Scott Pendlebury now, 23 touches. Said on radio post-match last week he'd never been in a game that didn't count for anything. He's responded.
So, Lingy, there's going to be some big decisions made, clearly, in a week. Does this man play on next year, or do you think that the decision will be made for him?
Oh, I'm not 100% sure, Duck. I sense Cal may decide to retire at the end of this year, but that's with nothing really behind it. I think it just maybe he'll make the call himself.
Johnson and Bartel, a couple of the 30-somethings combining. Murdoch left the footy behind. Pies got hold of it for Solo back inside. Moore was strong through the core. Oh, well done. Well done from Moore, not quite from Blair. Has he made amends? Not quite. Darcy Moore, that was brilliant stuff. Not the first time tonight he's been so impressive. Murdoch, he'll wheel onto that left boot, go for some distance. Again, nothing really doing. Vardy flew. Heard the umpire. Advantage called. Pendlebury again, brilliant. Saw the man. Perhaps he was under pressure, Greenwood, but he found him, Pendlebury. Adams beaten to it by Gregson. Langdon, the tackler. And everyone gets held up in the middle of the MCG. It's Collingwood by 50.
And this man who's been an absolute champion as well, Enright, you think he'll hang the boots up, obviously?
I'm not 100% sure. I think he'll certainly make the call himself. He's had a good year. I kind of hope he goes on, Duck, but he may, similar to Cal, just make the call and say, you know what, I've pushed everything I possibly can out of my body. It's time for the other guys to take over, the younger boys.
Grundy knocks it down. He's on a good night.
You're peppering me here, Duck. Just settle down.
The razor is out. Scharenberg on the outer side towards half forward. Enright keen to make an impression on the Duck. Couldn't get there, and the ball bounces out of bounds.
Why we're going?
You're going again, are you, Duck?
What about Andrew Mackie? My understanding, he might have a deal on the table.
I think he'll go again.
Yeah.
He's a bit younger than the other guys that you've pointed out there. I think he'll certainly. Well, he will play on next year.
And Lang was edging down the bench there, getting out of shot. Didn't want to be part of it. Duck could have got him as well. Collateral damage.
So Enright works the ball forward again, this time to Johnson. Johnson loses his feet. Well done, Motlop. There's a player that might not be playing for Geelong next year, but he will be playing. Johnson, left boot, awkward sort of a ball, wanted Murdoch. Had to deal with the bounce back to Johnson. Johnson run down by Langdon in the back. And Stevie J will kick to the city end and try and find the Cats sixth.
I think Tom Langdon's got every right. He's got every right to argue there. I think that's the one where the player just... Well, the kick wasn't great to start with, but then the player just drops down almost. It's the... Well, you call it clever by Stevie because he milked the free kick, but Tom Langdon, he'd be disappointed with that one because the player contributed to it who had the footy, Stevie J.
He's got a habit of making his opponent look as though he's cooperating with him. Won't kick a goal, has one. That one just off hands and through for a minor score. So it's a big hill to climb for the Cats tonight.
Too big a hill, I think.
Too big.
We'd love to get excited about a big comeback from here, but the Collingwood have been so good tonight. They've played terrific footy. The Cats, far from that.
Parker got it from Crisp over the top. Adams. It's out of bounds now.
Well, and there's another one there. Lingy, Jimmy Bartell, 31, 282 games.
I thought we got through everyone.
But, I mean, clearly all champion players, these players that we're talking about.
He's the same age as Kelly Johnson, so I think a similar call around him. It'll either be 1 year, obviously, or they'll decide to hang up the boots.
Adams, 21 possessions now. Moore slips inside the centre square. Kolajasny crawls after it. He could have been pushed in the back. Nothing doing. We'll have a ball up.
Okay, Darcy.
What about Kolajasny, Duck?
Okay, stand up.
I reckon, Duck, they'll stick with Kolajasny. I reckon Menzel's worth persisting with. I reckon Guthrie's a chance to still be there next year too.
There's one more that I've...
No.
Won't be a team left in a minute.
On the ball.
You got some bullets left, Duck?
Yeah, there's one more that I'd like Lingy to give an honest answer about. Been sort of ducking and weaving here for the last 5 minutes.
Meanwhile, the Pies press forward again. Pendlebury wants more. Kolajasny, terrific.
Thanks, Darcy. Hold there, please. Darcy, stay there, please.
Good young player, this bloke. Took a while to break into the senior lineup. Game number 8 so far this year, but since he's come in, he has looked like a senior AFL player. He's got a good future ahead of him.
Seen more of his twin who plays for the Suns. Hopefully we'll see more of Cockatoo.
That was a great mark, wasn't it? Floated in from the side.
Taylor, stay.
Well, a few jeers for Stevie J after that hit earlier. That is a concern if you ask me. I don't know how he talks on Mondays, but he'd want to be talking well, I reckon, Stevie. So Gregson, one of the youthful Cats, top of the square. Vardy sets himself, had a lot of it. Won't get a goal, but Lang will. Cats get number 6, and it's taken a while. So the Cats have chosen an odd night to be mediocre. 43 points the margin. The Pies have had their way with Geelong all night. 7-1 in the opening term. Menzel has been one of the leading lights, but it has been Collingwood since the get-go.
And that's the last one.
I was waiting for that one, Dave.
Stevie J, 32, absolute star, Norm Smith medalist.
Yep.
Done everything in the game. Obviously another one that big decision, Dennis. I can see you just...
Champion of the game, Stevie Johnson, as is Kelly and Bartell. But yeah, no, I think he'll look to finish up.
Tom Lonergan's very relieved. There goes a long kick down towards the pocket from Murdoch, off hands and out of bounds. There's Menzel. What a comeback.
So you're saying that you think that Johnson will definitely hang them up?
Oh, not definitely. I think if his body's struggling a bit, he's finding it hard. I don't think he'll want to play VFL next year. I don't think he'd want to just have a mediocre season. He's such a competitive bloke. His standards are so high. I think if he gets to the end of next week and he's just not feeling it, he'll make the call himself. He's that type of person.
There he is on cue. Lonergan into Mines. Marsh gets the free kick. So the youth tonight on Collingwood's team, players like this one who started as a sub, young Marsh, has prevailed so far, and you would think they will get to the line now. Inside the last 2 minutes of the third term.
So Marsh down the line, Grundy. Well, a lot of cats around the place. In the end, Blitzharves reads the ball well. Interesting article on Marsh today in the paper. Get to that in just a moment. Is Marsh doing the tackling? Couple of movements.
Yeah.
Yep.
Head
Lucky he did
hits the ground. Yes.
So Marsh on debut. Plenty of chat that his parents were coming over from Perth. They came over from Perth and got back to a house that had been robbed. People had been reading it and knew it all was unfolding. The house cleaned out.
Unsociable media.
Exactly.
So Vardy's got it.
Marsh right here. Thanks, Mark.
Told the story about Marsh's granddad, I think, one afternoon, and the young boy thought granddad got more time than he did. But he played terrifically well in his first game. Ray Sorrell was his grandfather from Western Australia. Here's Vardy, runs to the 50, and this kick is swinging. It's going left. Doesn't quite get there. Still a live footy. Charging in down there. Williams did well, aided by Maynard, and they take it across the line, and Williams comes away limping.
Need a towel to douse that sweat from your brow, Lingy, after the peppering.
I'm going to fire something back at Duck in the last quarter. I'm going to make him get a bit nervous too.
Scharenberg, Grundy combine, and now the long driving ball again out the back for Solo. Works himself into the play. Hughes, who's become a player for the Cats, stood up, did well, works it back. So Kelly. And back to Hughes. So for some of these Cats, this will be the last time they ply their trade at this famous ground where they've had so much success. 4 grand finals, 3 victories. Hawkins a part of all of that. He sees the ball over.
See, the Pies have been good again this quarter. They've just done enough. Broken even a little bit on the scoreboard, but they've just played a strong enough, professional enough, mature enough quarter to mean there's no chance for the Cats coming into three-quarter time. If the Cats had got it down to 30 points or so, maybe they were a chance, but well done again by the Pies.
The Pies by 6 goals at quarter time, 50 at the long break. The Cats won the term, but it's still Collingwood by a big, healthy margin. Unless something remarkable changes, season 2015 is done for the Geelong Football Club in terms of finals, and you just wonder how many of these 30-plus will be playing again in the hoops on the MCG. Three-quarter time, Collingwood by 7 goals. All 5 of the Pies 2015 debutants playing tonight. Scharenberg, Marsh, Moore, De Goey and Maynard. And Buck certainly looks to have an eye on the Cats tonight, and they look covered, but one on the future too.
Yeah, Collingwood lost that heartbreaker against Sydney, and Sydney could have easily won that game. Some very errant kicking throughout the game, and they played accordingly last week against the Tigers, taking nothing away from the Tigers. The Tigers very good, but Collingwood never really seemed in the mood. Bartel showed some courage there, won a hard ball into the path of Mackey, knocked away down there by the man coming up the ground. That was Reid. Grundy, Greenwood carries it to the wing, goes down towards half forward. Kolajasny gathers the bouncing ball, too tall for Selwood. He's had a disappointing night tonight. Guthrie lays it off. Enright goes wide. Blitzharves probably their best. Spins out of trouble. Kolajasny follows up. Nice work. Penetrating kick. Got towards the pocket. Oh, well, that tops off the night. Menzel. What a return. We've said it several times, but nothing better than this.
That is just sensational. It has not been a good night for the Cats, but all Cat fans would be loving watching this bloke play. 3 goals already. What a mark.
Daniel Menzel. Kick is good. 4 goals. Probably beyond their wildest dreams.
Well, it doesn't get much bigger than that, does it? Friday night footy, first game back in so long, and then to kick 4 goals when your team has really struggled. I mean, he hasn't had many opportunities. He has just made the most of it, and that is a great hang. Just hung there for a little bit, didn't he? Early leap.
He himself has scored 6 times, and the Cats have only been inside 50 29 times for the game, which is low. The family love it.
It's a remarkable story. I mean, he's been through so much. If he and his body were married, the divorce lawyers would have been called in a long time ago. He has defied the odds. He's come back. He's taken a big grab. He's kicked 4. And no Cat has kicked more than 5 this year. Hawkins has kicked 5, so too Walker. He's got 4. Here's a part of the future. Cockatoo fires it inside. Well, maybe, just maybe.
Thanks, Stephen.
No, not to be. I thought if they could get the next and get it within 5, things would be interesting.
You're ever the optimist, Home.
Well, I am. The Pies have been too good all night.
Pendlebury across the ground. Awkward bounce for Langdon, but like most of the night, he handles the problem with aplomb. Kicks it up towards the wing. Oh, good catch. More a catch than a mark. The hands there early. Grundy liked his game. Off his step. Well, in 2 minds to take it sort of high up on the chest or in his hand. Spilt it, did White. Fasolo's kick towards centre half forward. Coming through to Goey. Cockatoo, Blick's arms. Now Thurlow feeds it forward. Gregson. Run comes from Murdoch. Hawkins on the lead, and he's taken the mark. Well, it's now or never now for the Cats. Hawkins wants to go short. Not sure about that. Although I did say that after he dropped the mark. He's still going, Motlop. Still a live ball. Out of nothing, he kicks a goal. What happened then?
That was extraordinary. That was like MacGyver just creating something out of nothing. He was dead and buried, and the ball was,
MacGyver,
we thought, over.
Well, Bucks, if you can lip read, what happened then, he said. Obviously, had looked away momentarily, thinking the ball had gone out of bounds. Horror of all horrors when he rejoined the game.
Well, disappointed he dropped the mark here, Motlop, but I think the Collingwood players thought he was out, and clearly wasn't. Just whole ball has to be over the line. They stopped playing, he didn't.
Any chance, Duck?
For goal of the year?
For Geelong winning tonight?
No, that for goal of the year, though, I liked it.
Okay, Moore, Taylor, they do battle. Cripps to end the night. Crisp couldn't get boot to ball, went by hand, and now for Solo can he end the season, and he will. He's a wonderful kick, and he won't be asked to do too much. This to get it back to 6 goals. The pulse was faint. And the pulse in a moment will be non-existent. So for Solo, he kicks another. 14 now for Collingwood, back to 6 goals. There's been glimpses for Geelong tonight, but they've been fleeting and intermittent. Collingwood have been too good. And a season that has been a lot of close-run things for Collingwood. When being able to shape the finals, they'll knock Geelong out, Essendon await next week, and they can finish with a couple of wins.
Have a look at why the 50 was here. See Fasolo take the mark. Enright just clearly ran 3-4 metres over. 50 every day of the week for Solo goals. Restores that buffer of 6 goals for Collingwood.
No one touched the footy on the way up. To Goey. Reaching over the top there, Vardy. They'll have a ball up, so relief now in the lower reaches of the top 8. No pressure coming up behind. Here's Pendlebury. Selwood, well played. Blicksarp's taken high, he'll get a free kick. Hasn't stopped trying, Blicksarp's. There's energy about his game. Sadly lacking in a few of his teammates. This kick is out very wide, though, still outside the 50. Oh, Thurlow dropped the mark, confronted by Elliott, slips it away. Bewes back to Thurlow. He just lobs it to Harry Taylor, who's a long kick. He'll kick from about 55. And he comes then, kicks from 60, just setting it up towards the top of the square. Vardy in best position, hands to it, couldn't take the mark. Doing okay in there, Menzel fed it off. Spilt though, Scharenberg over the shoulder. Varco battling with Selwood. Varco didn't appear to have the footy there. Hawkins wins it, feeds it back towards the corridor to Goey. Arrived with pace, now it's holding the footy. Williams had less time than he knew.
Gregson it was, lays the tackle here. That is a good tackle by Corey Gregson, inside forward 50. Bucks isn't happy. Somehow Stevie's ended up with the footy here. No, just handing it back.
Just wanted to...
Just in case, Doug.
Yep.
Steele side bottom thought it was funny too.
So Gregson. Still time enough. Gregson comes in and willing it through, but he misses.
I actually can't remember a football club having so many question marks over so many of their players.
So many icons too.
As Geelong have this year. And then the question marks about players coming to the club. Dangerfield, will Motlop leave? I mean, there are question marks all over the place this year for the Cats. It's been a very indifferent year.
Duck, how many players actually really get to make their own decision on their retirement? I reckon a very, very small percentage. Most players are given a hint by the club, I reckon, whether they should go on or not.
No, you're right, Richo. I think that, well, if you want my opinion, Lingy, as soon as you have
I was getting to that. I was just waiting for a moment. Fire away. I want to hear it.
I'll wait for the next stoppage.
Just keep putting it off.
Push out.
Free kick is going to Collingwood. And this is a stoppage, Duck. Away you go.
No, look, I think Enright will retire on his own. I think Bartel will go on, and I think Stevie J and Kelly will be told that their time's up.
Stay out, Joel.
There are strong rumours about Stevie J and Richmond. Maybe them offering him a one-year deal and then maybe some type of coaching afterwards. And I know you wouldn't like him to do that, Lingy.
I would never begrudge a player going on if they want to keep playing footy, but I would love the fact of him being a one club player. Same with Kelly, same with Bartel, same with Enright, all those champions I had the absolute pleasure of playing alongside.
Kelly over the shoulder. Mackey's in trouble. Stolen away by Williams with strength. Lobs one down towards full forward. Marsh goes back with him. Kolodjasny. Kolodjasny close to the boundary. Flings it across the boundary. Boundary throw in.
It's been a fantastic effort by the Pies tonight. They've beaten Geelong in all facets of the game. They've out-tackled them. They've used the ball better decision makers, and just their endeavour has been better all over the park.
Greenwood high up and under. Marsh does battle. Did Kolodjasny get a fist on it? Umpire says no. So Levi Greenwood, the former Kangaroo, he finished in the top three in the best and fairest, but didn't feel as though his career was best served at Arden Street. He was offered a long-term contract. The Kangaroos couldn't find one for him, and he's starting to find his mark. Just his third goal as a Collingwood footballer. Better things await.
Straight out, guys.
Well, nice goal here by Levi Greenwood. Got a little bit of luck. Completely missed. Well shepherded on the line by Marsh. No fist from Kolodjasny. He's done a good job tonight on the Geelong skipper. DeGoey, he has been terrific, this bloke, tonight. Absolutely fantastic. Clearance number 9 for Jordan DeGoey. Taylor Adams has had 10, so that's 19 between them. That's the same number as Geelong's had in total.
Oh. White gets on the end of it.
Grundy's been good as well, I reckon, Lingy. You look across this whole team tonight, there's just good young players on each line. So I think there's absolutely no doubt that next year, if they can get more game time into some of these young guys early, I think that they'll be fighting out for the bottom end of the 8 next year, absolutely.
So here's White. Late inclusion tonight for Travis Clark. Kick is on the way and it's good. He's got 2. So it's been a rout. 47 points the margin now. It was 50 at half-time. So despite some effort in the second half, really, Geelong have made no inroads.
There's the future of the Collingwood Footy Club. Jordan De Goey, 9 clearances. Darcy Moore just spends a bit of time in the ruck. Greenwood recruited from North Melbourne. Throw in Taylor Adams, as said, had 10 clearances himself, 30 disposals. Exciting times to be a Pies supporter, even though this year didn't finish up the way they wanted.
Darcy Moore got a couple of centimetres on blitzers. When you look at them, you wouldn't think that was the case. He's also got a lot of leap. Here's Marsh. Hasn't he been impressive since debuting? The flick was illegal. Adams knows it, so too do the Cats fans, perhaps even the Pies fans.
Thank you.
Big night for Taylor Adams. So, Lingy, just to finish off on Stevie J, if he is retired by Geelong, do you think he will want to play elsewhere?
He loves football, first and foremost, and if he thinks he's got another year in him, another 2 years in him even, you could never begrudge a guy from just wanting to keep playing football. You're a long time retired.
Another great Cat retires tomorrow. Paul Chapman wearing the Essendon jumper. Ball goes forward again. Darcy Lang does battle with De Goey. Well done, Menzel. Fed it out. His Thurlow doesn't often kick a goal. Won't here either. Maynard and Gregson do battle. Maynard may have been falconed. Either way, he defends beautifully for the Pies.
He's been another player that's been given his opportunity this year, Maynard, and just got that beautiful long left leg of his. He's been a fantastic acquisition.
Langdon with the outside of the boot towards the centre square. Kolajasny. Enright couldn't control it. Side bottom so good from the very first kick. Coming out wide, Elliott for Solo. The longer it's gone, the better he's got. Can go down the line. Well, he does, but bypasses the short one. Goes looking for Marsh. Too easy. The Harry Taylor comes over the top. Clubs generally know too when a player's time has come. They're pretty good judges, and if anything, they like to err on the side of maybe a year earlier rather than a year too late, and maybe get something for players on the market. I mean, Chapman's a case in point. I don't think anything worked out there. Did that prove anything, do you think, Cam?
No, it's he had a few good games, but no, I think I would have loved Chappie to have stayed a one club player as well. But again, if a bloke wants to keep playing footy, there's no reason why he can't keep trying to play footy.
But you've got to say, in later life, sometimes those guys regret their own decisions.
Yep.
On the outer side, Stevie J, the man of whom we speak indirectly. Oh, cop that! They came from everywhere, like walking into an Apple shop wearing a blue T-shirt. Suddenly people are attracted to you. Did that once, dealt with a few queries, actually. Crisp, slung. Coming out of there, Guthrie did nicely. Johnson, Thurlow. In the centre square, this is Buse.
You're selling on an iPad?
I moved a bit of merchandise. Bad advice, though.
Gregson wanted Menzel. Gregson might end up with a toe pokes, not to beat Scharenberg. Menzel, what a night he has had. After so long thinking about tonight, he's made tonight a brilliant one. The result won't go the way of the Cats, but Menzel has done all that has been hopeful and plenty more. 4 goals to a wonderful mark. He's had the ball 20 times. Only 3 Cats have had it more. Blitzarves, Mackey and Kelly. So White, if you've just joined us, wasn't selected. Trav cloaked the laid out. Elliott just cruises down the members' wing to Fasolo. Ducks back inside Blitzarves. Now a hot ball inside 50. Out the back side bottom right spot, Lonigan.
Thanks.
It has been all said an ordinary performance from Geelong tonight. The Pies started well and have kept on rolling.
And sadly, Haim, if you're going to play like this when your season's on the line, quite simply, you don't deserve to be playing finals. They'll rebuild again and have another shot next year, just like this Collingwood team. They have been wonderful.
Taylor Adams deserving of a goal, not here. And this is out to the right.
Richo said it. Grundy has been fantastic tonight. He's had the 15 disposals, kicked the goal, but he's just marked the ball really, really well, been really clean.
Enright, straight up the middle. Murdoch started in the subs vest. Takes something off the kick. Guthrie has some work to do here. Punched away from him. Punched on by Williams. Bartel. Murdoch. Guthrie. Only as far as Reid. Reid sends a long one down towards full forward. Pasolo almost. Got hands to it. Couldn't mark it. Blair. Pasolo butters up again. Will kick a goal, or will he? Yes, he has. He's got 3. Interesting, if you go back to that game against the Sydney Swans at the SCG, they picked a forward line full of goal kickers, but they didn't kick straight that night. Otherwise, perhaps they'd still be in the race.
They had that honourable month, didn't they, Dan, when they were competitive but didn't get points. Fremantle, Hawthorn, Port.
Joffa.
He might want to be careful. He might get a fine if he goes too far there, Joffa. He's got the handbag, the old Geelong handbag is thingy. Remember that one?
Oh, yeah, that one sits well with me, Richo.
He's waited a decade.
I've been waiting a while to say that.
Yes.
It's been a long time.
They haven't missed for 8 years. Finally, the handbag comes out. A little unfair. This has been an outstanding football club for a very long time. They'll miss finals this year, and so too will the Pies.
Time back on. Cam, play on.
Adams wants for Solo. He's had a big night. Buse ends up with the football over the top to Enright. Hard to believe some of these cats won't play here again. They've done so much, so brilliantly in the hoops. Grundy did brilliantly against Kolajasny. Ran him down. This time White has to deal with Guthrie. Got boot to ball, worked it wide. Here's Chris. Beat to the ball by Lang. Quickly to Kelly. Over the top to Gregson. So lively all year. Darts back inside. Takes on another young man in Scharenberg. And Menzel almost had an opportunity to have a crack at 5. Marsh, a lot to like about the way he plays. Elliott's got a space. Bartel closes. He closes late. Now for Solo, gets on his bike. Over the top, White, he'll be chosen. Ends up with the footy.
With 7 minutes to go, I'd probably like to... Menzel's had a terrific night. He's kicked 4 goals. He's been great. I'd like to see him come off now, Lingy. 7 minutes. It's just... No, he's done enough.
Cotton wool
enough.
time.
Yep.
Yeah. Nothing to be gained. Elliott. Johnson feeds it forward. Guthrie coughs it up. Greenwood. He's been lively tonight. Battled hard. Had the assignment on Selwood and did it very well. Side bottom. Just ambling down towards half forward. Takes something off the kick towards the pocket. Lonergan missed it. Getting back is Taylor. They've got the extra number. That's Enright. 3 of their great names. To a newcomer, Kolajasny goes short. Bartel short of half back.
You talk about Menzel's return. His previous high in 21 matches was 17. He's beaten that tonight. His best ever goal-wise is 5-2. He's kicked 4-2. You couldn't expect what he's produced tonight after so long thinking about this evening. 207 weeks. Almost 1,500 days. 4 Ricos. The positive for tonight for Geelong. Gregson, Vardy, he had a long time watching on too. His couple of weeks have been really sound. Selwood, a quieter night. This time Menzel's the go-to man again. Just a little proppy there. I think he's okay. And over the top, Guthrie finds Cockatoo.
No, where you are, it's good. Thanks.
One of 6 brothers.
Thanks. Yep.
Kathy brought them all up herself. And here's Joffa. I assume he brought it with him. And
Joffa must have been busy October 1st, 2011.
The problem with that is you carry it around for a decade, waiting for him to go bad.
You got all your mates at the pub saying, "Is that yours?"
No, I'm waiting for Geelong.
It's actually quite a nice-looking bag.
Was it a nice little brand name bag? Was it, Doug?
A little bit Chanel to me, Lingy.
Could have been Oriton. Could have been a Bali special too.
What do we got here? We're waiting for the ball to find its way to Pendlebury. Blood rule. Johnson's coming off. There you go. Presume he'll come back on. Pendlebury. Terrific night. Drives it towards the outer side. When I say terrific night, particularly when it counted early. White. Side bottom. Runs on with the outside of the boot. Clever. Blair. Marsh. Sold into trouble. Well done, Kelly. Forced the error. Here's Selwood. Kolajasny. Cockatoo put the head down. Oh, bit lucky.
Yeah.
You're moving in.
That's the one, isn't it, Dan, where you lead, they choose to lead with the head and drive with it, that it should be seen as prior opportunity. Stevie getting fixed up. Cats miss the target again.
The reality is the tone of the game has never changed. It was the Pies early and the Cats sloppy, and that has continued.
Domination by the Pies. They have been brilliant tonight. Dominated the clearances, controlled the ball, marked the footy, scored well, defended well. A really good positive night by the Collingwood Footy Club. Geelong, positives hard to find, but you mentioned Daniel Menzel before. That has been one absolute true positive out of the night.
Stevie Johnson will end up with a worrying Monday, I would suggest, and a fat lip and no points. Reid, talk about comebacks. He has seen a lot of football from the sidelines. His body looks to be in good shape.
There's a few blokes out there who've been through some long rehabs. Reid, Menzel, Vardy, even Scharenberg, for a young bloke, have had to battle through a lot to get back out there and play AFL footy. Some great stories of resilience.
His first season was a horror story. Foot operation before it began, and then tore his ACL in his 5th game of VFL.
Speaking of milestones, Hame, got a text earlier in the week from our statistician Josh. He said, "You've got a birthday? Birthday today?"
40th today, Dad.
Oh, you owned up.
Happy 40th, Hame.
Thanks, Lingy.
I asked Josh how old you were. He didn't tell me, so you've just told me. He said 21 million minutes. He's a strange man, the statistician. The ball goes towards the other side and side bottom.
Is that what it is? 21 million minutes?
It sounds younger too, doesn't it? I've got to do it in minutes.
Side bottom. Misses his target, but it will matter little. Eddie just doing a few selfies in the outer. Not sure who it is, but Eddie wants a selfie with her. Has a president ever taken a selfie stick to Friday night football? I was just hearing before from the same man that gave you the minutes that the last time Geelong missed finals, there were 15,000 Twitter accounts. There's now 316 million. Fair to say it's been a while.
He deals in big numbers, doesn't he?
He deals in odd stuff.
Kicked out towards the pocket from De Goey. Barco comes strongly and marks on his chest.
This is one bloke who would love tonight, along with that bloke and all the Collingwood fans, Trav Barco playing against his old team. He's been very good tonight too. Barco, he's had a good season. You said it before, Dan. Really consistent, really strong in his attack at the footy. Love to finish it off with another goal.
Just inside the 50. It's the post. So just over 2 minutes to go. And all hope long gone for the Cats. What a disappointing effort tonight, but they hung around, still a fighting chance coming into this second last round, but really didn't give a yelp tonight. Side bottom crisp. Pendlebury, so much of the ball, that trio, although Crisp in trouble this time, and Blixarves coming up for his 27th possession, wins the free.
That's the thing, Dan, isn't it? To lose is one thing, but to lose so poorly and to go without a whimper.
Yeah, the ball was out of bounds, so you paid the free kick. Yeah. The ball was out of bounds. Okay, so I'll take it back to there. Yeah. So it was already out.
So the ball's gone out.
Yep.
And then
I paid it. The ball's gone out.
And then you played advantage.
Okay. So we'll go back to the marker. So, playing the free. Yeah. Mark, ball went out of bounds. Yours, mate. Yeah.
So Jacob Mollison and Mark Blitzarves work it out in the end. Free to Mark Blitzarves.
Jared Holt.
Pendlebury before the look-away handball, just another one of the tricks that he has in his bag. So perhaps something late for the Cats. Murdoch darts and weaves. Well, that kick off the side of the boot. Chance for Kolodjasny. Langdon watches on as Kolodjasny and Guthrie combine. Now over the top to Thurlow. Back to Murdoch. Ran into trouble. Needed a right boot. Not sure he owns one. He's got a right shoe, but not a right foot, if that makes sense.
Well, they've just been brewing at that all night tonight, the Pies. They've out-tackled Geelong, or a bit of reverse there.
Hawkins wins a free kick. Some sloppy play from the Magpies, which has been something of a rarity. So Big Tom, quiet night tonight. Will line up from about 35 metres. Only his 8th possession. Good one, though. Straight through the middle. Inside the last minute. 48 points then. So it was 50 at halftime, and virtually nothing has changed. Disappointing end of the season. Still a game to play, and maybe like Collingwood, they'll come up next time all fired up. They still have to play Adelaide.
Well, there's another question, Lingy. Will that man be playing at
some pretty happy people?
He looks too old to play football
next year? Are they all
number
Mark
32? Is that Mark Rashuda?
Mark Rashuda, or must be Dangerfield? He might be wearing the hoops next year.
Bru's got about 15 kids. Could be some of his. Started early. Paddy Dangerfield watching on tonight will be delighted with this outcome. They needed to have a win in the last 2 rounds, the Crows, or have the Cats lose tonight. So after what has been a horrid year for Adelaide, they look like finals football isn't just a certainty, but they look like they might be able to influence a few things. What next year for Paddy? Well, that's a long way away, because Adelaide are playing finals. Neither of these two sides are. And Geelong, after so much success, will sit out a finals campaign. They haven't missed since 2007, but they missed the mark tonight. Collingwood by 48 points.
He's having a shot on goal. Corey.
Well, a scampering Nathan Brown, no score. It remains 48 points, and Stevie Johnson leaves the MCG. The question is, will he return?